Do please be seated. On behalf of the Dean and Chapter of Lincoln Cathedral, I would like to extend to all of you a very warm welcome on this particular auspicious occasion. Lincoln College has a long and distinguished history of providing education within the city, and so it's particularly pleasant and appropriate to be able to welcome you here this afternoon, especially because such an occasion as this has not been possible in recent months. I'll not detain you, but I think just in case we lose sight of the reason we're here, a word of congratulation to all who are going to graduate today and our very best wishes for whatever the future holds for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Canon Burgess, for your kind words of welcome. Honoured guests, fellow Lincoln College and Lincoln College International board members, associates, employer representatives, and in particular, our graduating students, family and friends, I bid you all a very warm welcome. I am delighted to welcome as our special guest, Adam Davey, who is chair of the Lincolnshire branch of the Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development and an organisational and development consultant. Adam will be kindly presenting certificates to those graduating this afternoon. Thank you, Adam. It is extremely special to be once again hosting graduation in this most splendid of setting. Graduation is truly a special occasion for all our students, in that it not only is the culmination of many hours of study and commitment, but also the chance to recognise and celebrate their achievements with fellow students, tutors, family and friends. It would really not be possible in this post-pandemic new order to celebrate or mark such an occasion using Zoom, Teams or Google Hangouts. I'm delighted though that many of us, or all of us, have remembered we are actually physically present and there is nobody wearing on the top half their Sunday best or their best and on the bottom their jogging bottoms or cash. Sorry though, you cannot hit your mute button. We are therefore indebted to the Dean and Chapter for allowing us to hold our graduation in this most iconic and splendid building, which has been an inspiration to many who have lived, worked and studied in the city and county over numerous generations. It is certainly both fitting and an honour for students who with diligence, dedication, dignity and determination have now completed their studies and are graduating from Lincoln College. Not only should they be proud of their achievements and success, but so too should their friends, fellow students, family and teaching staff. All have no doubt played their part along the way, some though perhaps with more affection than others, but no doubt all with an abundance of care, support and respect. In an ever-changing world, not least in the terms of world of work, ensuring our students have the skills they and their employers need is the focus of Lincoln College. For many of our students, the completion of their course marks the first step towards employment. For others, it may be part of a career change or the need to upskill or retrain. All, I'm sure, are better placed and equipped to realise their work and career aspirations. By studying vocational higher education degrees, degree apprenticeships or higher apprenticeships, not only are our students better equipped to take on roles much needed by employers and our wider community, they are also ensuring that they have a meaningful and exciting employment opportunities and careers, with a true sense of purpose and relevance. The quality of their studies is acknowledged by the outstanding grades they've achieved, and its relevance in the world today by the course they have taken, which include business administration, human resources, accounting, construction and the built environment, mechanical engineering, lens-based media, clinical herbalism, acupuncture, sports therapy and coaching, and animal management, and even musical instrument crafts. Certainly for those who the college has been a first introduction to skills and training, then we hope that whilst they may complete their studies for the time being and will enjoy a deserved break, that we can welcome them back, not just for further studies, but perhaps to advance your studies, retrain or upskill, even work with us, and to play your part in improving the lives and life opportunities of others. We truly hope we continue to be a part of your success throughout your career. The importance of lifelong learning for us all has never been as important as it is today, as we respond to a rapidly changing world of work. At the heart of our organisation is the passion to empower and enrich all our students so that they can take roles with employers or even opt to go self-employed or start their own business. The last 12 to 18 months has brought this to the fore, and we believe the resilience of our students, their ability to adapt, and the compassion they have shown brings another dimension to their personal development and employability. On behalf of the board and staff, I congratulate you on your success and wish you all the best for the future. And I hope you'll remember your time at Lincoln College with fond affection. Along with it, or rather with the special people and staff and students who have played a part in your journey so far. We are truly proud of all our students that have graduated this afternoon, not just for what they've achieved, but also for choosing Lincoln College for further and higher education as their place to study. Please do join me in applauding their success. Finally, I would like to give thanks to our staff in what has been and continues to be unprecedented times for their outstanding work and resounding commitment to their teaching and learning outcomes, all of which is focused on the success of our students. I would also like to thank fellow board members who give freely of their time and expertise to ensure that the college not only prospers, but meets the needs of students now and in the future. Please may I ask you to join me in thanking the staff and members of the board. It now gives me pleasure to introduce and call upon the Chief Executive of Lincoln College Group, Gary Headland, to give his address.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's great to be here. I'm going to speak really slowly this afternoon because I don't want to leave the building. It's been so long since we were last here. It's just fabulous to be back. I actually feel a little bit emotional. I don't mind admitting it, and I'm not going to burst into tears. You don't need to worry. But I do feel genuinely filled with emotion for being back together and being in this incredible place together. And I wonder if we should just take a little bit of time just to really appreciate what that means to us. If we reflect over the past couple of years, we've really missed being around one another as human beings. And it's just, for me, very emotional and very enjoyable to be back here spending time with other human beings and celebrating extraordinary achievements from people who've worked not only hard because it is hard to gain the qualifications they have, but also in very testing circumstances. So just pausing, I don't want to canter through the address today. I do want to set off a couple of background conversations, a phrase I'll come back to. And Maya Angelou, if you have ever heard of that person, famously said, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." So I suspect there's some real truth in that phrase and that quotation. People will probably forget what we say today. You're not going to memorize it. We only ever hear 25% of what people are saying at the best of times, so I'm told by our teaching staff. So I suspect we will forget the words today as time passes. I really hope, and I'm looking to the students graduating today, I really hope that you won't forget what we did here today. I've graduated twice in my life in different establishments, and nothing compares to this ceremony here in this magnificent place. Nothing compares to it. The atmosphere is just an incredible feeling. So I really, really hope that Maya's wrong on this occasion, and that you won't forget what we did here today, which is to celebrate great success and extraordinary hard work. And people will never forget how you made them feel. Well, I hope that's absolutely true. And I hope the sense that you're feeling this afternoon is great pride in yourself. It's okay to be proud of yourself from time to time. Not all the time. That's quite toxic, isn't it? But today's okay. Feel proud of yourself. You've worked hard. You deserve to feel proud of yourself. And to all of the people here who've probably supported you along the way brilliantly, I'm sure you feel incredibly proud of them, just as I do, looking into the group graduating today. Now, before I address the graduating students with just a few words of my own, I would just like to echo some thanks from the chairman. And Canon Vice-Chancellor, it is always just a privilege to be here, and I'd like to reiterate the thanks for allowing us to hold this ceremony here in this beautiful cathedral. I'd also like to thank a few other really important parts of our community, and this is one of two events we're holding today, and we will have some external guests at this evening's ceremony, and I'll repeat the thanks then. But to the community leaders who represent the community, but the community who play a part in our lives, they touch our lives all the time. We are part of the community. We've been part of it for 130 odd years. 134, I think, to be precise. I think we should thank the community for placing trust and confidence in us to help to touch people's lives through education and training. So I do thank the community most sincerely, and this evening community leaders, including mayors and the the chairman of the LEP, etc., will be here this evening, and I will thank them publicly for their support all year round. This evening we will also thank the Royal Air Force and the wider armed forces. This is Lincolnshire. It's often referred to as RAF Lincolnshire. And for those that don't know me, I was proud to serve for 23 years in the Royal Air Force, and Lincolnshire touched my life many times during that time. So we'll have some serving officers here this evening and some retired officers among our guests and among our companions and among our partners. And we will thank them publicly. And I would just ask you to join me now in recognising the extraordinary work of the armed forces all year round to keep us safe. So please just join me in a round of applause. I'd also like to thank our governors. If you don't know, the governing body of schools and colleges, I believe it is the largest voluntary force in Britain today, bar none. And people give their time freely. The clue was in the word voluntary, I guess, but give their time freely to help the college to grow, to be strong, to be resilient, to be successful, to be relevant. And we have some of the governors here with us today, and some will be with us this evening. Around their work. The work they do is tremendous. Colleges are large and complex organizations these days, large and complex, and the demands of governors are huge, and we never miss an opportunity to say thank you. I'm staring at one in the front row, and I'm staring at the chairman, but there'll be others here this evening, just to say, on behalf of all of the staff and all of the students, thank you to all of our governors for the work they do tirelessly on our behalf. And I'd also just like to acknowledge that yesterday was World Teachers' Day. Now, it doesn't seem to be a day passes without being a World something or other day, a World Shavers' Day, or the World this, that, and the other day. But this one is really special to me, because it's an opportunity to say to all of the teaching staff, how highly I think of them and how much I respect their craft. You know, before I came into the education sector 7 years ago, I've been a beneficiary of education many times, but I'd never really appreciated how difficult it is, how challenging it is, how extraordinarily rewarding it is to see people learning and to help people learn, but how complex it is, the craft of teaching, enabling others to learn and to improve their lives through education. So we don't need World Teachers' Day to say thank you. I think we just acknowledge the fabulous work of teaching staff, those who lead teaching staff, and those who are in the classroom right now teaching. You know, just absolutely fabulous. I have nothing but respect and admiration for those people. So now I'd like to just turn to the students. Canon, if you'll forgive me for this next phrase, I forgot where I was going to be when I wrote this down earlier, but I'd like to give our students a blessing and a curse. I'm neither in a position to provide a blessing, and I certainly am not in a position to provide you with a curse, but this is it. It's something, it's a gift. Let's call it a gift. It's a background conversation. Now, we're all doing it. You all just saw me stumble very slightly over what I was saying, and that will have caused a background conversation. As human beings, we do this all the time. And it's very simple. We talk to ourselves. You're all doing it right now. Noisy, isn't it? Inside our heads, we talk to ourselves all the time. And quite often, we tell ourselves negative things. I can't do that. This is too hard. I wish he would shut up. I bet there's someone in here thinking, I wish he'd finish this address so we can get on with our certificates. There might be someone thinking, I really am nervous about going up there. I hope I don't trip. If you weren't thinking about that before, you are now, right? Isn't that mean? So we do this as human beings all the time. We have background conversations, and there is some science behind this that a good proportion of those background conversations are negative. They are the things that hold us back in life. So I'm going to just slowly wander us through this background conversation notion, and I want, looking at our students graduating today, I want you to feel real pride. Think about your achievement. Think about the days that were really hard when you had an assignment in, but you also had work or a life that got in the way. Think about the support you got from the people here with you today that kept you going to be here. Think about being proud. It's okay. Be happy with what you've achieved. And now dare to dream a little. Have a look forward. Don't map out the rest of your lives. You don't need to. It'll go fast enough. But just dream a little and have a think about how much you've achieved and how much more you can still achieve. Taking the knowledge that you've developed through higher education and applying that knowledge in the workplace or in your wider lives. Just have a think about that for a moment. So I want to set off a dream in you. Build on that as your conversation. And I want to just circle back to Maya Angelou, where I started with this. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. You will almost certainly forget what I've said today. Almost certainly. But I really don't think you'll forget what you told yourself. So the conversation you had in your head, hopefully a positive one, think about it some more and dare to dream. What you've achieved throughout lockdown and throughout the last few years of your lives, what you've achieved is extraordinary. And I hope that you feel extraordinarily proud, just as we feel, all of us feel extraordinarily proud of you. And I wish you nothing but future success. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I'd now like to introduce our Managing Director, Mark Locking, who's going to read the names of our graduating students today. Mark.
Thank you, Gary. Good afternoon, everyone. I really hope that you all have enduring memories of today, because that's what this next piece is to create particularly. So this is for students and also all of the guests, family, friends and teachers today. Just harping back to what Gary has just said about the way we made you feel. Hopefully what we want you to feel in this next session is enjoyment, congratulations and success. So there is no limit to the amount of noise and clapping and cheering that you can make. Okay, we want this to be an amazing experience that you remember for the rest of your lives. So bring it on, as it were, and make sure we celebrate properly. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you all of our Lincoln College graduates for 2020 and 2021. Please be generous in your congratulations and celebrations of their achievements. Apprenticeship Standard in Operations Departmental Manager, Level 5, Robert Howard. Stuart Lister. Louise Melia. Emma Smith. The Higher Apprenticeship in Business and Administration Level 4, Sarah Newcomb. The HNC Diploma in Construction and the Built Environment Level 4, Greg Darling. James Parker. Jack Taylor. James Otter. The HNC Diploma in Electrical and Electronic Engineering Level 4, Thomas Burtins. Ashley Cornett. George Paynton. Sean Woodcock. The HNC Diploma in Mechanical Engineering Level 4, Craig Thompson. The HNC in Construction and the Built Environment, Civil Engineering Level 4, Jade Douglas. Tim Hunter. Jack Smedley. The HNC in Construction and the Built Environment Level 4, Adam Dodd. Lauren Fedorko. Clara Wilcox. Someone needs to cheer you. Christopher Marr. Toby Rumley. Thomas Watkins. Now I'm sensing the clapping is just going down a notch, so if we can raise it back up again now, that would be great. The HNC in Electrical and Electronic Engineering Level 4, Thomas Gilmore. Matthew Jackson. Liam Wilcott. The HNC in Mechanical Engineering Level 4, Shannon Barnes. Benjamin Turchin. The HND Diploma in Electrical and Electronic Engineering Top-Up Level 5, Nathan Garrett. Ryan Kendall. Michael Nicholson. The HND in Construction and the Built Environment Level 5, Stephen Farmer. HND in Construction and the Built Environment Civil Level 5, Andrew Carpenter. HND in Mechanical Engineering Level 5, Brandon Chapman. Aidan Hugh. The Professional Diploma in Accounting Level 4, Joanna Hancock. Daniel King. Tamara Martinez. Way Maxted. Charlotte Ranshaw. Kim Rust Howell. Michaela Wilson. Lindsay Ray. So it gives me great pleasure to invite Adam Davey, Chair of the Lincolnshire branch of CIPD, to present the certificates for the CIPD Intermediate Certificate in Human Resource Management Level 5. Gemma Elliott. Samantha Frankland. Hannah Hale. Michaela Hall. Kate Jennett. Ilona Makarenvichian. Alex Parks. Alison Parkinson. Amy Pickering. Rebecca Platts. Alison Sharp. Adam, on behalf of Lincoln College, thank you very much for your time and service today. So I think before we come on to the presentation of our special awards, which there are two of in a moment, of which I would ask the winners to come up following the citation I'll read out. I think it would be only right and proper to give one final huge round of applause and well done congratulation whoop to all of our graduates for 2020-21. Which brings us to the presentation of two special awards. The first is for outstanding commitment to a HE programme 2019-20. The winner is Craig Thompson. No, sorry Penny, no, just wait for the citation. Okay, Craig is an excellent individual, fully articulate and capable of lateral thinking where required. As part of his HNC, Craig continually impressed his tutors with his application to learning through his dedication to the course, despite the difficulties surrounding COVID-19, as well as the nature of studying at this level. As part of this, Craig regularly volunteered himself as class rep to voice the thoughts and feelings of his classmates and fed this back to the team in a timely and efficient manner. At college and in the workplace, Craig showed that he is technically savvy with outstanding relationship building, training and presentation skills. He has an exceptional ability to establish cooperative, professional relationships with both staff and his peers, and is a clear communicator who prioritises his studies as well as his holistic development. He is most certainly a worthy winner of this award, and I'd invite you all to congratulate today's winner, Craig Thompson. So for the second award for Outstanding Commitment to a HE Programme 2020-2021, the winner is Aidan Hugh. Aidan applied himself very well in all his classes, regularly contributing to class discussions and engaging with his work. He enjoyed his classes and was content with the assignments he was asked to complete, impressing his tutors with his application to work and his organisational skills amid the difficulty of completing a programme of this nature. His attendance was exemplary, as was his timekeeping. Aidan is academically extremely capable, motivated and enthusiastic, and works hard, both individually and as part of a group. He has a real aptitude for engineering and will continue to thrive in the world of engineering. Once again, I give you our winner, Aidan Hugh. I'd now like to invite Higher Apprenticeship in Business student Sarah Newcomb to the stage for the student vote of thanks.
Hi, I'm Sarah and I graduated my Higher Apprenticeship in Business Admin this afternoon. Apart from being slightly terrified, standing up here in front of my work colleagues, fellow apprentices and students means a lot to me. It means a lot to me because this qualification represents a lot. Things that take a lot of time, things that are tough and things that challenge you to the brink means a lot when you achieve them. My life is probably no more complicated than anyone else's in this room, but I set aside on this journey for me to invest in myself and further my career. I'm 37. I could have done this a lot earlier in life, but I chose not to. I chose to have two wonderful daughters, Ella and Courtney, and focus of my time raising them and less on my education and career. I don't regret these decisions for a second. It just means I came to things later in life. But I've decided it's my time now, and I'm going to use that time to get where I want to be. The last few years have been difficult. I lost a dear friend and a colleague to an illness. And then Courtney, who is now 10, was diagnosed with both a rare kidney disease and chronic kidney disease. She needs constant medication and regular hospital visits. Juggling this with work, school runs and family life has been very challenging, and there have been times in the last few years where the thought of studying was just too much for me, and I almost walked away. I need to thank both my parents, Sherry and David. Without your support with childcare, I wouldn't have been able to dedicate my time to assessments. Courtney for being so brave, Ella for being so helpful and such a good girl, and to my lovely husband Lee for being my rock, arranging his life around my needs. I need to thank my amazing assessor Mandy Franklin for taking the time to break work down and explaining it to me patiently. I need to thank my manager Gemma Fogg and Tamazin Lawton for believing in me and giving me the time to focus on my work. These people enabled me to keep going until I made it. So now it's my time and it's our time. I know where I'm going next, and I'm going to go my degree in apprenticeship, and I want a promotion. That's my goal, and I'm going to go get it. Where are you going to go next? What's your goal? Just decide and then go get it. Thank you.
If you hadn't realised, Sarah works at Lincoln College, so I think there were some really clear messages there about her wanting to be promoted pretty well forthwith. Message received is all I can say. What a powerful message delivered there, Sarah. Thank you ever so much. We'll wait for you to come all the way back down here. But thank you for a wonderful address. Thank you for sticking with it and not walking away. You are a shining example and an inspiration, and we're really, really proud of you. Well done indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, somebody said to me earlier, the drinks, they're the good bit, aren't they, in a ceremony like this? So, guess what's coming up now? It's only a couple of minutes, and I'm between you and some drinks and canapes, which we put on this afternoon. So I shall keep this very, very brief. In a moment, we will formally process out. So the academic procession will leave the stage. And then if you could just follow us across to the castle. I mean, how lucky are we? This beautiful cathedral and a castle for the after drinks. So we will process through the courtyard across to the castle grounds where there are some drinks and canapes, and it would be just lovely to get to know as many of you as possible. So thank you very much for coming this afternoon, and once again, congratulations to our graduates.